welcome back to my channel, International Yankee English. Today is Study Saturday, where we look at any type of professional or academic English topics, and today I am bringing back one that I did twice in the summer. These two videos were very popular and continue to get more views than most of my other topics, and I've had a few requests. So today we will look at 8 Latin words used in English, specifically in academic English. If that sounds good to you, keep watching. So before we begin, I want to make a disclaimer and inform you that I am a native English speaker. I am an English teacher, a published author, a textbook author of English grammar. I am an editor, and I am also a communication coach for English. However, I am not a Latin teacher, nor did I study Latin, so all of these pronunciations and the perspective in which I bring this information to you is from the background that I have just mentioned as an English teacher and as an English speaker. So without any further delay, let's get started on these 8 Latin words used in English. First up is bona fide. Bona fide translates loosely to in good faith, and we use it in English to mean genuine or real. Often it is also something that is basically verified or that you can trust. So for example, if somebody has a lot of experience in a certain field or profession, you often call them a bona fide expert. So for example, if somebody has worked many years in international government, so they've held different positions and worked in different administrations, then you may say that they are a bona fide expert in foreign policy. Next up is de facto or de facto, and that loosely translates as in fact, and that is something that becomes a fact or ends up occurring as a result of the circumstances in which the end results just had to be that way. So for example, if you have a president, then he passes away, he dies, or becomes ill and can no longer hold office, the vice president then takes over the office of being president. So the circumstances led the vice president into the presidency, and it may not have been earned, so to say, but because of the circumstances, this is what happened. The vice president became president. So he becomes the de facto leader of the country, or the de facto president. The next word on the list is ego, and this can be used kind of 2 different ways. So ego in colloquial, informal, spoken English usually means your sense of yourself, a great idea in your mind of your self-worth, what you are worth, and you relate it to your self-esteem a lot. So some people have very big egos, means they're very focused on themselves. They think they are self-important. They hold their self-worth as really more important or bigger or better than the others around them. But you can also use it in a more scientific or academic manner. For example, when it comes to the field of psychology, your ego has a more scientific definition to it. I won't turn this into a psychology video. I do have a minor in psych, but that has a related idea behind it as well. You have your ego, your superego, and your id. And that's actually really interesting to look at as well, and it gives you a different perspective on the use of the word ego. I forgot to mention at the beginning that actually the word ego was originally used as the Latin personal pronoun for the word I, so it's very self-centered, it's centered on yourself, and we use it more as our own self-view, our own picture image of ourselves and how we view ourselves. Word number 4 is a word that we use all the time in English. Most people don't realize that it actually stems from Latin, and that is the word extra. So in the original use of this word in Latin, it meant in addition to, and it was used also often as a preposition that meant kind of outside of something. So if you think about what is the normal kind of quantity of something, and anything extra is outside of the normal quantity that came in. So we use it now in English as basically anything that wasn't belonging to the original. So for example, I like to often order extra cheese on any dish that I have, any meal that I have. So that means more than what would have come with it originally. Word number 5 is intro. You probably saw at the beginning of my video, here I had what is called an intro, where it has kind of my banner with my logo. I said a few words, and then there was some music and an intro banner with some information about my brand, and then the video started. So an intro now in English basically means the introduction to something or the beginning of something. The original use of the word intro in Latin was to enter, so you can see the connection between entering, for example, a video, and introducing a video. So that is how it has changed a bit in meaning, but it's pretty close to the original Latin meaning as well. This next word is a word that I always find interesting and fun to use. I don't know why, but word number 6, pro bono. This is most commonly used in law or legal English, and it means without payment or reimbursement of some kind. So for example, many lawyers are required by law to do a certain amount of cases to take them on pro bono. So that means cases that they work on where they defend somebody and they aren't paid for it. It was also often used with public service. So for example, you had also pro bono publico. I'm probably butchering that Latin pronunciation, but in modern day English, we would say pro bono for the public good. I know I mentioned that it's used often in law, but you can also use it for other cases. There are also other fields where people may take on some work pro bono, for example, for marketing purposes or to give back to their community. Some high-level communication coaches or English teachers or other types of experts or psychologists, they may take on some work pro bono in order to give back to their community and to help out for those who need it but maybe can't afford it or otherwise have access to their services. Number 7 is status quo. This basically means the current state of affairs. It can also be translated as the state in which. So basically the state in which a current society is living in, the context in which society operates. So for example, many people say about the United States currently that it is very divided. So you could say the status quo is polarization, party polarization, one side versus the other side. It is most commonly used for social settings or for political contexts. Okay, my last one is a bit of a cliche, but what would this list be without it? Number 8 is Carpe diem. And I don't know if that's the proper Latin pronunciation, but that is definitely the common way to say this phrase in English, at least American English, and it means seize the day. So anytime you walk into an American kind of store that has like decoration items for your home, you will most likely find a throw pillow or a motivational sign to hang on your wall that says Carpe diem. It is commonly used as a motivational quote. It means to seize the day. So basically take advantage of the present and kind of get yourself up and take advantage of the day and the time that you have. And that is not academic English per se. If you don't know what per se means, go back and watch my other 2 videos on Latin phrases. I will link them in the description box. It is not academic per se. It is a common phrase that is used, and this type of kind of marketing language or imagery that is used, or these motivational quotes, they can pop up in academic writing as well, especially in professional writing, so copywriting or in content marketing. So it is important to know some of these catchphrases as well. So Carpe diem. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button down below as well. And if you would like more content related to this topic, just let me know in the comments. And I will see you either for Writing Wednesday or for Study Saturday next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.